welcome to Mediacafe Travel. Be sure to subscribe at the red button below or on the bottom right hand corner of this video. Today, we're going to be showing you high tea at Bellagio. We recently experienced high tea at Bellagio as well as at the Waldorf Astoria in Las Vegas. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. You can check out our high tea video from the famous Waldorf Astoria Hotel. No less famous, of course, is the iconic Bellagio Hotel Casino, and they too have a high tea experience. The high tea service is located right in front of the check-in area in the spacious and colorful Bellagio lobby at the Patracion Bar and Lounge. Now, this is the bar you will often see offering live music from the Steinway grand piano and one of several talented musicians that fill the room with music. They do have a roster of very talented piano players that plays all the time. It's really impressive to see the talent that they do have on display in terms of the piano player. The bar itself offers handmade infused cocktails, a vodka sampler, of course, high tea, which is available between 1 and 4 p.m., even though the Patracion Bar and Lounge is open until 2 a.m., actually.
And then they also brought in the tea. They do the tea service since they opened it.
It's very interesting. I was like,
And there's one in Paris, one in LA, and New York, and Las Vegas.
okay.
So yes, the Patracion Bar does have other locations, as you heard, and they do have the tea service at the other locations. But let's talk a little bit about caviar. So if you're looking for a place to have caviar in Las Vegas, you can come to the Patracion Bar and Lounge. In fact, the bar itself is very famous for caviar. Patracion Caviar is one of the finest names in the world of caviar. They offer everything from caviar tacos, caviar pie, and even dark chocolate caviar. But we came for the high tea service. And of course, high tea comes with open-faced sandwiches, English tea sandwiches, freshly baked scones, which are the highlight, Baxter's preserves, assorted pastries, and teas from around the world. So we're going to get to those, but let's talk a little bit about what exactly high tea is. We did talk about it a little bit in our previous high tea video, so you can subscribe and never miss an episode of Mediacafe Travel. But I'd like to point out that the Bellagio service is considered afternoon tea, as you saw on the menu.
ham, 2 cucumbers, 2 eggs, and a 2 truffle bouquet. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Breakfast, please. Nope. Enjoy. These are the condiments for your scone. Butter, strawberry jam, and clotted cream. Enjoy. Welcome.
Now, high tea and afternoon tea are often thought to be interchangeable terms, but there are actually distinctions that make them a bit different. In fact, high tea is not really as fancy as many people assume, although that's hard to really make a case for when the high tea experience in Las Vegas is at one of the most elegant resorts like Bellagio or in one of the most famous hotels in America at the Waldorf Astoria. However, in other areas, high tea is a little more of a common thing. Now, scones, tea sandwiches, and cakes are a hallmark of what's called afternoon tea, which is served in the mid-afternoon, which is what you get here at the Bellagio and even at the Waldorf Astoria. These are really afternoon tea services, despite the nomenclature of high tea. So that is actually what high tea is. And here you're looking at the wonderful pastries and tea sandwiches that are associated with the tea service, the afternoon tea service, even though we're going to still call it high tea. And here are the highlights. The scones are a hallmark of high tea services. And of course, teas from around the world are available. So as you look at the spread here of the high tea sandwiches and other goodies, let's talk about what a true high tea is. A true high tea includes much more in the edible department, such as meat, fish, egg dishes, as well as breads and desserts. And true high tea is offered early in the evening, so it's more like a dinner, a light dinner with tea. Additionally, afternoon tea is sometimes known as low tea and is most often taken at a low table. So, as you saw the footage earlier, I was showing you the seating area kind of as a precursor to make this point that the seating for afternoon tea is low, which is, of course, how you experience it here at the Bellagio as well as at the Waldorf Astoria. So we touched on it on another video, but to remind you that high tea actually gets its name from a tendency to be served at a high table, like a dining table or a high counter at the end of a workday. So despite the fact that the tea experiences at both is considered high tea, technically they are both really afternoon tea. But that doesn't take away from the unique experience for most who haven't done any kind of tea at all. And it is a unique experience, so I do recommend it at either place. Now, the one thing I'll say, the Bellagio has got a lot more people watching, and the Waldorf Astoria has a lot more view. So as you can gather, high tea is an experience all on its own, or afternoon tea, as we made the point. But it's worth checking out either at the Bellagio or at the Waldorf Astoria. But we hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of Media Cafe Travel. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.